Hello everyone, this is Priya from Feathers and Ferns. Today I'm going to do a tutorial and I'm going to make some Bohemian tats using a Boho collage masterboard. So let's get started. Firstly, I want to explain what is a masterboard. So in my opinion, a masterboard is a big piece of paper. So this is a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock paper. If you don't have this, you can also use cardboard kind of paper from a cereal box, or you can use any thick paper from magazines, from catalogs, or whatever is available to you. I'm going to take a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock paper. So now in a masterboard, you take a big piece of paper, and that big piece of paper is your base. And then you take snippets of paper, different types of paper. You have different colors, different styles of paper, which you glue all over it, and that is known as your masterboard. Okay, so now I have a lot of papers that I'm going to use here. So I have some, because I'm going to do this tutorial in a boho style. This is a boho style masterboard collage. So I have a lot of boho style papers, which I'm going to talk about to you, like what for me boho style is in a while. But I just wanted to show you that I have a variety of papers. I have some handmade papers. I have some this pattern paper from a paper kit. Then I have some old vintage book pages which I'm going to use. So I have different kind of paper, and I'm going to rip them randomly, and then I'm going to paste them on my masterboard, on that big sheet of paper, right? So let's get started. To glue these papers, you can either use a glue stick. Now I don't have a glue stick, my glue stick is finished. I can't even go out now because of the lockdown, so I'm just going to use my wood glue. This is a PVA glue. So whatever is available to you, there are no rules, use whatever you have. So guys, so let's get started. So I'm going to take these. I already have some pieces of papers which are already cut, because they are already like ripped apart because I used them before something. So I'm just going to glue them generously. You can even use a brush to spread the glue if you want to. And then, because this paper already has a corner, so I'm sticking it on the corner. But no rule, you can use, even if I can turn it around and paste it. So there are basically no rules. Do not follow any rule, right? And just randomly stick your papers. Now guys, because this is a boho style collage masterboard, so I just wanted to speak to you about what is Bohemian for me. What do I consider Bohemian or boho? So for me, boho is a style of aesthetics. It can reflect, or it can influence in your style of crafting, your style of home decor, your style of dressing, and I think even the style of thinking, the way you think could be bohish. So for me, Bohemian is something that is carefree, something that is energetic, something that doesn't follow any rules, in a good way, not in a bad way. Something that is unconventional. In terms of crafting, Bohemian style is considered as something which has bright, energetic colors. So for me, Bohemian colors are like orange, magenta, turquoise, like bright, energetic colors. So these contrasting colors for me are bohemian. Like the kind of papers I'm using. Look at this little piece of paper. Look at this. Look at this green, so bright, and and these all colors are contrasting, but when put together, they will look pretty in their way, because this is a bohemian style. There are no rules, like for example in such as shabby chic, you kind of follow a rule, you stick to pastels of certain color. If you are sticking to pink, soft baby pink, you stick to that. If you are sticking to soft purple, you stick to that. But here you can stick to whatever color. Just be carefree, just use whatever you have and just go ahead. So I'm going to use these contrasting bright colored papers, and these have such pretty texture, and that's also one component of bohemian, because it has a pretty texture to it. Texture is very important in bohemian. Then I also wanted to tell you about these papers that I'm going to use. So these ones are handmade papers from India, and there's no specific brand to it. I just got them from when I visited there, from a stationery shop, from a craft shop. And then these papers come from they come from a paper pad. I just wanted to show you. It's called Eastern Influences by Craft Consortium. If you want to buy this paper pad, and it has got some really pretty designs. Right, so let me get back to my collaging, and you can see that I am just not following any rule here. I'm just sticking my papers in a very casual way, and I'm not even following any color contrast. So here I have orange, next to it I put my magenta. And then also Boho has some bling. So Boho, it has some bling, but that bling is not always part of Boho, but it can have bling. And for me, Boho-ish bling is not like shabby chic's bling. In shabby chic's bling, you have bright, sparkly gold or sparkly silver. For me, boho-ish bling is a bit dull and a bit rich. I have these pieces of jewelry with me, and I consider them extremely boho. So this is like a oxidized silver jewelry. This is very boho for me. Or something like this. This is not very bright, but it's still blingy. So that's boho for me. Look at this gold. This gold is not like clean, bright gold. It's like rich, slightly dull gold. So this is boho for me. Right. I just wanted to show you that what I think boho is. Right. So let's get back to our collaging, and you can see that now I'm taking this blue and let me put it here next to this orange. And then also I have these old books. So this is a Hindi grammar book, very old Hindi grammar book. I got it from India. And then I have this is really old. This is a very, very old book in Sanskrit. So for me, this is boho. I will not use papers that have French script on them. That for me is not boho. This is boho for me. So I'm also going to use these papers. I'm just ripping these pages apart. So my collage master board is ready, and this is in Bohemian style, and you can see that I literally covered every inch of this background paper of my base. So I collaged it all over, and I used little snips of paper. Even you can use whatever you have from your leftover projects. You know, it's a good way to use up your scraps. So right, so now this is your collage masterboard in boho style. What I'm going to do now, I'm just flipping it over and cutting off all the excess paper that is sticking out. So now once you have your collage board, your master collage board, you can use this master collage board to create a lot of things. You can cut this up into smaller pieces to create your own tags. You can cut it into even like very small pieces to make your little embellishments. So today I'm going to just show you quickly how I make my very basic boho tags using this collage masterboard. Just taking my cutting mat, I'm flipping it over, and I'm cutting it into smaller size tags. So I have cut them all up, and so this is how these collages have these tags have turned out. So this is my basic background for my tag, and now I'm just going to cut them up, so that cut up my corners. And I'm just going to punch a hole. In them. I don't have a single size punch, so I just use this one. This is how they look. So now I'm going to go to my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew around all the 4 edges. That is absolutely not important. It's up to you. If you want to do it, otherwise no compulsion. So I'm quickly coming back after the sewing. So I stitched them, and that is how it looks, these tags. And stitching is not important, but I just feel that when you stitch, it gives like a nice edging, like it kind of finishes the project, and I really like that look. So guys, these tags are almost done. I just want to put a like a, what you call that, like a cloth or like a ribbon, something like that here. So I have got this fabric, little pieces of fabrics. If you are interested in these kind of like boho-ish fabrics, please look for Sheila from Boho Daydreams. She has the most beautiful boho fabrics. So I just took a little piece of fabric here, and I will just put my fabric here, and there you go. So that is how my tag looks. So So guys, my tags are ready and I hope you like them. Please try this very easy Bohemian craft project. If you are for this project, you don't need a lot of supplies. It's kind of quite basic. Of course you can embellish them and further work on these tags, but I wanted to stop here to show you how I make my very basic Bohemian tags. So guys, thank you so much for your time and your support and being here with me on my channel, and I will see you soon with the next video. Until then, bye.